Let's talk about the pricing schedules component of the materials management engine. In another video, we discuss how to set up pricing for an item. That's simply finding that item and going to the pricing tab and selecting the pricing class to which that item is a member. If you'd like to learn more about that, please look at those other videos. But another way you can establish pricing is a pricing schedule. So let's take a look at that. On the left is the pricing schedules tab. Now, this is the sample company that ships with the system, and there are 6 classes that are, pricing schedules that are in there by default. Now, you can create as many of these as you need, but the idea is that each pricing schedule is a collection of items, and then the items in that schedule determine that item's price within that schedule. You can see that in the sample company, these are designed to be different prices for different classes of customers. So for our resellers, we may want to have better pricing, for our distributors better, and then for preferred customers versus standard customers, we may want to have different prices. One thing to note is that pricing schedules, all pricing schedules have an effective date range from date to date, meaning that the prices in this schedule are only valid between those 2 dates. So that's a nice way to have seasonal pricing, or you can have catalogs that are sort of based off of these pricing schedules. I'm going to go ahead and click the Gold Customers Pricing Schedule. Now down below you'll see here are the different members that I have. I can navigate through those pages here, and I can also look at more than 10 at a time, whatever I want to do here. But these are the members of this pricing schedule. If I created a new pricing schedule and I wanted to quickly assign all of my items out of inventory to this schedule, I can simply hit the Assign All Materials button, and that's a way to quickly fill a pricing schedule with all the items, and the default price for those items will come from the default price for the item at the material level. So I can go change it after that, but it's a good way to quickly create one instead of having to do each line one at a time in a more tedious way. Now, there are 3 different flavors of a pricing schedule typically, and the setup that the system has allows you to have all 3 but in a single method. And let me explain what I mean by that. In this case, I've got, let's just take this Chef Anton's Cajun Seasoning. This is my way of simply saying that, this item is $19.80, or this Chef Anton's Gumbo Mix, it's just $19.22. That's it, pretty one-dimensional. So anybody who's a member of this pricing schedule that orders this product will pay $19.22. But I can use the Add Quantity Row button down below. So let's just say I want to have a matrix involved here. So let's just say that 1922 is really only valid for the first 100 items, but now I can add another quantity row. So between 101 and 200, that price may drop to $19 per element, and then if I want to add yet another row, I can say that between 201 on up is now $19, which is our best price based on the quantity. So in this way, I'm combining 2 different flavors, or 3 different flavors of pricing schedules into one, where some of the items can be just, this is the price in that schedule, or it could be based on the quantity that a particular user orders, customer orders. It could be a different price. Another neat thing to look at here are these export buttons. We talked about this in various flavors and sections of the software, but I can quickly take that information and move it into Excel, so I can export my pricing schedules. And again, these are formatted. You could change these, but essentially get the information quickly into a spreadsheet that I can disseminate to sales reps or customers perhaps. The final thing I'd like to show you would be the duplicate function. So let's just say that this Gold Customers pricing schedule is something that the effective date has ended, and I want to create the new version of that, but I don't want to have to go through all the steps of recreating it again. Or another example would be, maybe I want to have a seasonal holiday version of the pricing schedule, but I want to start with another pricing schedule that's significantly close, but I want to have a little better pricing for this particular catalog or schedule. So I can hit the duplicate button, and essentially what that does is creates a new pricing schedule, and it starts life with the same items in the same configuration. So essentially what I've done is I've cut and pasted, I've copy and pasted, I've created a new pricing schedule that started life the same way as the one that it started from. Now I can go back and make my tweaks. So maybe in this particular item, this is a little more expensive, so I can go through and change my prices here. So that's another way to sort of quickly create a pricing schedule based on an existing. So typically that very first pricing schedule, if you want to add a new one, assign all materials, you go through and add the pricing. That's going to be the most heavy lifting, but thereafter it gets relatively simple. So that gives you a little bit of information about the pricing schedules architecture within the system.